Hello, my name is Amy Ludwig Vanderwater. I am an author and teacher living in Western New York, and I welcome you to day 52 of Keeping a Notebook. This is Betsy the Writing Camper. She's a vintage beeline and a great place to talk writing. Today's Keeping a Notebook chat is titled Lost. Hi, writing friends. Welcome to day 52 of Keeping a Notebook. Big high five. Here we are, and today we are thinking about one word. Sometimes one word can inspire us, and sometimes I take one word to inspire me. So the title of today's writing chat is simply Lost. And it grew from my reading in this book, Naming the World, and Other Exercises for the Creative Writer. It's edited by Brett Anthony Johnston, and different chapters are by different authors. And in this chapter, called Living to Tell, Telling to Live, 3 Literary Exercises, Norma E. Cantu talks about the word lost. And she writes, "At one time or another, we all have been lost, either literally or metaphorically. Also, we have lost something or someone." And so I took that and I said to myself, I'm going to make a list in my notebook of things I've lost, or ways that I've been lost, or people who I have lost, and then I'll choose 1 or 2 and write more about it. So I did that right here. I have the list, and then I started to write about one memory, and then halfway through, or a bunch of the way through, I realized I wanted to write about something else too. So I have lost 3 good dogs. I lost 2 beautiful rings. I lost touch with some great people. I lost worrying being seen as weird. I lost many books and bought them and then found them again. Sometimes I feel lost in my heart. I lost a friend in high school. He died in a car accident. I lost my temper too many times. I feel a little lost right now. I was lost in the mountains once. I was lost in the woods. I do not remember ever being lost in a store. I do not remember ever losing a child in a store, any of my kids, but maybe they do. And I've lost, I don't even know what this means. I just wrote it, but I lost the title of something. Oh yeah, like I can't think of that book title. I lost in my mind. Like I can't think of that. I can't think of a name. I've lost names. I've lost things, and hopefully sometimes get them back again. So I drew a little picture of a boy saying, "Where is it?" And I began writing about, I underlined, I was lost in the mountains. A long time ago, I was driving in the mountains of Kentucky on my way to find a hotel. I was to work there for a few days, and I was arriving late at night. Strangely to me, a Buffalo, New York girl, it was snowing in Kentucky, and 2, the roads were mountainous and treacherous. I had no idea where I was and no idea where I was going. I wanted to stop for help, but it was dark and late, and snow was falling, and there were so few houses, and some had big German shepherds chained to dog houses out front, and I did not know if they were friendly. At one point, I found a tiny shop, but the owner just told me I should get out of where I was, that I did not want to be here. Somehow I did get out. I found my way back, and I cannot even remember how. And I could have a lot more to say about that. I could have kept going, but I realized I really wanted to write about this strange kind of losing, which was I lost worrying about being seen as weird. And I just wrote a little. I could write a lot more about this, I think. I used to worry that people would think I was weird. I wanted to be normal and cool. I lost that. See, the hard thing is when you try to match the cool of others, it's a never-ending game. Their cool idea is always changing and often uncomfortable. It feels better to me to figure out what I like and care about and just do those things. I hug my weirdness and love learning from people who have unusual interests and passions. I am healthier weird than cool. Everyone's weird is different. So there are many ways to write about loss. We can write about people we have lost. We can write about memories we have lost. We can write about pets we have lost. We can write about times we have been lost. We can write about good things we've lost. Like I'm glad that I lost being afraid that people would see I was weird. So in that way, loss is positive for me. Getting lost in the mountains was negative. It was scary. So there's lots of ways to think about loss. And I encourage you today, just take this word lost, or if you prefer, loss, write it atop the page, come up with some thoughts, and see where you end up. You never know. You might go poetry way, you might go essay way, you might have an idea for a fiction story from this word. We always surprise ourselves. So my notebook is near its end here, at its end. This is my favorite word page from way earlier. And I'm not sure what I'll be writing in tomorrow when we meet, but tomorrow we will be meeting again and I'll be writing on something. So I look forward to seeing you then. Until then, you take good care. On the left, you can see a list of some things I've lost and some ways I've been lost, and then I chose 2 to write long about. In the book Naming the World, Norma E. Cantu writes, "Loss is part of our life experience and can teach us many lessons." We all lose things and all lose our way sometimes, but writing can help us make sense of it all. Be well.